Hello to all you wonderful weirdos. I am the one and only former Moon God. Welcome to one of the strangest playthroughs slash visual novel experiences I will ever post to this channel in the form of the 100-line Last Defense Academy. Here's the gist. This game takes place over the course of about 100 days, and this playthrough will be uploaded over the next 100 days barring unforeseen circumstances. I will also be doing this on the second playthrough, where one of 100 possible endings will serve as its conclusion. This is a spoiler warning for those of you who haven't played the game. Proceed at your own risk and play the game for yourselves. If you are liking what you saw and you want to support me and the coming months, please feel free to hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell to know when the upload is ready for you to view. With that out of the way, let's get on with today's task.
Up and Atom troops, time to rise and shine! Get ready for your 5th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. Prepare to spend another day enduring the unendurable and suffering the insufferable to pave the way for humanity's future greatness. Be ready to give your lives to protect our beloved school from the vile and barbaric enemy.
Welcome to day 5, you wonderful weirdos. I've just been doing a whole recording sesh, so I haven't really been able to do my usual stick of the intro. This is just a really odd playthrough. I've heard that morning announcement so many times. It's still only day 5. Well, no use complaining. Guess I'll head over to the cafeteria. That is a good call. That is a good call. Me, though, I need to get to bed. I really do need to get to bed. Tab groups? Why am I getting this notification now? And, goodness gracious. Oh, boy. Please get me to the bottom. Into the cafeteria, please. That's the wrong room. Why did I go into the garage? I need sleep. What are you doing, Siri?
Aha!
Morning, Sumino. Hope you've prepared to give it your all for the good of humanity today. You know, I keep thinking about what happened in your timeline, what with Atsuki killing me and all. I sure am glad you stopped that from happening. That'll be a big step toward ensuring peace in our time, believe you me. If you're that grateful, how about you help me fill in some blanks? Like why we were chosen for this mission, or what Cryptoglobin really is, or why the invaders have it too. I still don't know any of that. All in good time, boy. No need to worry. I don't want to overload you. Anyway, I gotta get going. See you in the cafeteria. As Siri wandered away, I felt an old familiar doubt gnawing at me. I wasn't ready to trust him completely just yet. I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
Hey!
Breakfast counts as training, too. Come on, put some spirit into it. No guts, no glory. Right. No guts, no glory. Must you be so rowdy first thing in the morning? Can't help it. Yesterday I found out just how much stronger we are now. This feels so freaking sweet. I'm totally psyched to train even more today. Yeah, this goes beyond skipping a few levels. It's more like a full-on class change. Such a mysterious power. I have a lot of questions about this human animal. Oh, it's actually Cryptoglobin, right? Let's stick with Humo Anima. I've gotten used to calling that already. Didn't you say we had this stuff transferred to us, Takumi?
Huh?
Transfused? As in, with a surgical procedure? So, somebody touched my dear sister's naked, vulnerable body without her consent? Just let it go, brother dearest. That's about all I know, though. Can you tell us more, Sirei? What's the matter? You worried about rejection symptoms or something? You'll be fine, trust me. You sounded pretty casual about it. Are you sure our bodies won't start rejecting it? Absolutely! That'll never happen. So why did Nozomi get those symptoms? Was the process different for her somehow? I think a researcher other than my mother is responsible for your cryptoglobin transfusions. Either that experience was successful, or you were all truly special people from the start. I think it must be one of those two options. That's why all of you can freely use your cryptoglobin. I shouldn't press the issue. She told me all that because she trusted me. I can't betray her confidence now.
Hey.
Hemo Anima is as much of a mystery to me as it is to you. You and I don't know everything about it. I'd never have imagined it could be used to time travel or power everyone up all at once. It's amazing! It's like I've evolved from a little sister to a big sister! And if it's enough to make my dear sister say weird stuff like that, you know it's something special. I was surprised too, although I guess he did try to prepare me for it. Something unexpected might happen in the world you return to. It may have unfathomable effects on your cryptoglobin. By he, I assume you mean the strange boy made of undying flames. Yeah, I should really introduce you to him sometime. I owe him that much.
Next time, I want to befriend all of you.
So many choices,
Argue
man.
with you and fight with you. And until the moment I die, I want to do everything I can to live.
The only problem is, it's kind of hard to predict when he'll show up next. One more thing. I know the next attack is on day 7, but what about after that? There shouldn't be any more for a while. Not until day 17, I think. Wow, you know pretty much everything. Do you think we could ask you some other stuff about the future? Yeah, tell me all about how awesome I was. What were the most jarring twists? Did any of us get our heads chopped off? Or get so consumed by despair that we turned into witches? Guys, please, I want to respect your privacy, so it's better if you ask me one-on-one. Despite my efforts to shrug them off, I was peppered with questions for the rest of the morning. Eventually, I was allowed to leave and went back to my room. Oh yay, free time? Everyone was so curious about the future. I'd probably be the same in their shoes. I should probably tell them whenever I can. It's better if we're all on the same page. It's an issue of trust too. I need to have a good relationship with them if I want to put their lives on the line. It's more important than ever now that I'm their leader. Looking back on it, I was a little too caught up in my own issues before. This time, I'll make a real effort to get to know them. Oh, are there actually going to be support conversations? Okay, so bonding events were... Okay. Oh, jeez. Okay, cool. Fun. Anyways, I've been wanting to do something for a while. Get me to the garage. Oh, finally! Holy moly, I've been wanting to do this for a while. Okay, so I am finally back. It's been a while since I actually picked up this game. Thankfully, because honestly, I sort of use editing as a way to like catch myself up on what exactly it is that I did the last time. I shouldn't be too far behind. I believe I was looking at what exactly I was going to do with my free time today, because I cannot recall for the life of me if I unlocked any new training exercises, and I swear, to be honest, if there are new training exercises, I'm gonna at least do that new exercise twice. Yeah, there are no new training exercises, so I'm not going to be doing that. What I'm probably going to be doing then, just because, like, honestly, I am low on a few key materials, as you probably saw when I opened that window. I am low on plants and minerals. I'm going to do an exploration session, which will be, it'll be an explanation. Oh boy. If there is one thing that I am worrying about regarding my own ability to, well, proactively complete this playthrough, it is the exploration sessions, because there is so much that goes into it, and it is incredibly easy to, you know, get lost in the grind. It's really bad. It's honestly really bad. Yeah. So, oh my goodness. Okay, 1245, 25. Yeah, plants and minerals. So, how exploration goes is that there is a convenient place in front of the entrance hall that you can go to grab a fire extinguisher to extinguish all that purple flames that are outside. Without those, no one is able to get out of this school. And so, the gist is, you can pick characters with certain attributes that allow you to gain more of the materials that you are looking for. In this case, I'm going to try and prioritize plants and minerals. That's a well-rounded team. Let's do it. I didn't really get to use email a lot in my previous playthrough anyway, so... Game start! Darumi. Darumi and your meta commentary. So, exploration. There is a dozen uses for this particular thing, mostly for grinding materials to use in upgrades. Depending on how much you've unlocked, like I have, you can basically start from any point on the map, from a checkpoint that you've already come across. For this whole sake, I'm just going to start out in the school. Okay, maybe not the school front, but I am actually going to be going to the forest that is currently east of Last Defense Academy. And, yeah, mostly just because there is a lot of plants that can be obtained. And as you can see right there in the upper left corner, there is a level 5 next to that fire icon. That is your fire extinguisher level. The fire extinguisher level is necessary to melt all those undying flame squares that are currently also, like, somewhat near. So, basically, if I can just view the area right here, this square right here with a level 4 icon can be extinguished so that you can get this little square here, which is necessary to create gifts for your characters. So, whenever I can and whenever I'm on an exploration session, I would really like to prioritize a lot. of the materials that are necessary for grinding presses. So this is going to be a decently long session. I'm going to be cutting out a lot of stuff, a lot of the redundancy here. So, yeah, I'm going to be having to go over there, and let's see, where is the star? Because I'm also going to need to prioritize that. The star is going to be located over there. So, let's see. Ugh, okay. Going to be located over there. So I'm guessing my route at this point, I'm going to be heading north to start out my playthrough, and then going around here to get that, going back around, loop through there. Yeah, I'm basically just going to do one big circle before hitting another checkpoint so I can head back to, I believe for minerals I'm going to need to go into the cave system. Yeah, that seems right. So ideally, whenever I am trying to do an exploration session 2, I'd like to go high-risk squares whenever possible. There's blue, there's yellow, and there's purple. Purple is the most risky. Blue is the least risky. You don't get as many rewards from blue tiles, but there's still various certain aspects of each of these tiles that can be utilized all the same because of what they can do. So it's really in your best interest just to check and see, because sometimes you'll even get a percentage up booster that will multiply the amount of materials that you gain from these squares. So ultimately, just play. Just try to, not get boiled down the redundancy. This is going to be a lot more montage-like because of just the amount of exploration that I'm going to have to do. That was a lot of talking, and I don't think I stammered once at all, personally. So, I mean, that's progress. So, also what I like to do is, because it is possible, you can save scum. And that is honestly what makes this grinding experience like the worst thing possible. It's something that I alluded to in a previous video. You find a dilapidated old greenhouse. Lots of pumpkins are glowing inside. So I can take a large pumpkin or a small pumpkin, depending on what you choose. Various effects can do. For instance, you tried boiling the small pumpkin you found, but it wasn't ripe yet, and everyone got food poisoning. Hence the need for the safe scumming. This is going to be a long episode that I am going to have to edit down for highlights. A large, foul-smelling flower blocks your path. Maybe it's a rare material? So, you will also get these events where you are able to select from a variety of options, and if you have a stat that you built up in the form of grades, as you probably saw on the menu before, you can basically go for an option that just bypasses the whole risk mechanic, and you can just get the material that you're looking for. You used all the experience you've accumulated so far to skillfully pick the giant flower. This should make for valuable crafting material.
Found something.
Got Mega Rafflesia. As you can see, I have a 130% multiplier to plants, so that 90 actually becomes 116. So if you fall on squares that allow you to increase your plant percentage, you can get up to about as high as 999% for a multiplier, which I have done before, and it gets really, really intense. So, yeah, again, after doing that, it's another whole grind to save scum once again. I mean, I really did want to save a couple battles to explain some characters and how they work, but I guess there's no avoiding it. So, this is where the Fire Emblem mechanic comes in. I can't really show what all these characters are capable of right at this moment because, if I were to do that, they very much will die, and I don't really have protection from death out here. And I'll explain that in time. It's just, yeah, right now I just want to focus on, like, just introducing like really talking about the battle mechanics here. So, as you probably saw, Sumino is a little bit more souped up, and he currently serves as your main character. Unlike Fire Emblem, which a lot of my audience is so used to seeing, the main character dying is not an instant game over. If anything, dying has its own unique effects, and again, I will explain when the time comes. But as of now, the one thing you should know about each character is that they have a special passive skill for each of their particular traits. So, Takumi here, just because he's been around this once already, he has a special revenge skill on top of his special redo, which allows the use of retry and wave reset. So, if you go into the menu,
Let's go.
he is basically the guy that allows you to go back in time and reset and redo the wave if you're not happy with the results. And every character, as I'm going to say too,
Here we go.
will also have their own unique attack skills. Everyone will have defensive stance and dash. Everyone will have 2 regular attacks and a special attack that they can utilize that has various unique effects. Takumi has a basic side slash that allows a specific range, which, as described here, attacking along horizontal line. And then impact stab, which is more of a focused piercing attack. And air blade, which is meant to be used mostly on flying enemies. So he's basically a jack of all trades, well-rounded fighter. That's the best way that I can describe him. And so, how I am going to utilize him, because we do have it handy,
Ready when you are.
because it is set up in a way that I can utilize him to his best effect. I'm going to be attacking these enemies in a horizontal
Here we go.
lines.
All right.
Any of these enemies that do not look like these original generic ones allow you to replenish the AP that is currently in the upper left corner of your battle screen. AP is necessary because it allows characters to like take action. So, as opposed to Fire Emblem, where you're able to like move a character, select an action, do an action, and then they're no longer able to act. Instead, everyone has their own collective pool of actions, and so you can basically like utilize just one character to blitz the map, a combination of characters. You have a little bit more flexibility in what you can do. Okay, so Ima, best way you can describe him. He is basically, I will just show you his skills.
I guess I'm up.
So, I like the punchline there. One-winged hammer. He's basically your flyer character. He's not impeded by terrain whatsoever. He's able to move across the map with little to no resistance. His first attack is one-winged hammer, which will deliver a powerful blow to an enemy in front, while also pushing the target back one space. He is very much a movement impeder. So his skills are very much focused on debuffing the character's movement and giving your other fighters much needed room to breathe. Twin Wing Gale is the more souped up version. There's no attack power, but allows them to push back 3 spaces and also inflict move -3. This is a really good skill if you need more time to prepare and you can just push away. Aerial engagement is where you hit your foes from an unfair vantage point. This is very much a flight-based skill that allows you to take out flying enemies too. So it's just, yeah, there's so much speciality with each of these characters that for this particular instance, I feel more comfortable just pushing back some enemies and reducing their movements, so I have a little bit more time to breathe.
I've got them pinned down.
Though I guess big muscular guys are the exception. So, best way I can describe Takemaru. He is a high movement, quote-unquote, cavalry character, where his main draw is that he will add a stroke of protective armor to himself for every space that he moves across the screen. And so, the best way you can utilize him...
Let's do this!
...is, try to get the most out of his high movement situations as much as possible. And, really make use of it. Basically, what I'm planning on doing is I'm going to be moving him here to take out the rest of these two grunts while also inflicting a little bit of extra damage on that burly guy. Because why not? He gains +7 armor from that whole action alone. So, if an enemy were to attack him, so long as it does not have a piercing effect, which, you know, bypasses the armor entirely, he has a little bit of a protective shield that allows him to be a little bit more tanky than most characters. So
let's give it to him.
I am legit just going to dash a little bit to the right here, just so that he can be a little bit more protected. And, okay, so Darumi is... She is a very interesting character. The best way I can describe her is basically a two-sided character. And the special passive skills should be able to explain that a little bit better. It says, Special Sick Day. User skills change when fatigued. So, as you probably saw, each of these characters are fatigued after they take an action. Darumi utilizes fatigue to her benefit. So, whenever she goes into an action that is not fatigued, she has a different list of skills. Homicide, which will be more of a ranged attack. This is more of a debuffer attack that allows her to lower movement while also earning a large amount of voltage. And I Feel Fine, which will basically attack again, but allow her to recover HP. So she's also a bit of a jack of all trades in a way, with the added benefit of just having a more polarized fighting style. That's really the best way I can describe her and her talents. So I guess the best way that I can describe her, and the best way I'm going to be utilizing her right now, is just take out the rest of these grunts here. Now, I'm not going to end my turn now, too, just because I want to show you, like, her actions when she's in her fatigue state.
Okay.
So, when her energy is low, she gains multiple new skills, most of which have a little bit of boosted effects. So when she's fatigued, she'll gain an extra point of attack to her cross-shaped mid-range attack. So it also inflicts a bunch of bonus effects too. So as opposed to the original variant, I think this adds a movement debuff. Also, two of these heal the user's fatigue. The other just completely stuns them, and I will explain stun if I get the chance. But yeah, incredibly polarized. This also debuffs and also inflicts the status bleed on the target. So if you were to use this attack on characters, it'll reduce their ability to attack, and then once they end the enemy phase just ends, a further -1 damage will be added on to the overall damage counter. So there are some instances where enemies will just completely keel over and die before you act again. And so if it's one of these souped up guys, you will gain extra EP. So instead of the usual 4 in this case, you will get 5. Best way I can describe it. It's very detailed, I know. And honestly, best way I would really consider just getting used to all these details is just playing the game for yourself. Once again. Anywho, now I will end my turn, because there's really nothing that these guys can do, because they just got a little bit impeded by, everything that was going on. So, I think I'm going to explain the stun mechanic, like, right now. So, I'm gonna have her act twice.
Fine.
And then... Yup.
Go away. Okay, your turn now.
So, when a character gets stunned, it usually means that they are no longer just able to act for at least the next turn. The next turn, they'll be completely immobile and unable to be used, and so they have a bit of a cooldown effect before they can, you know, move again. There's only one character in this game that can heal fatigue, and she's hopefully going to join by day 10 if everything goes right. Because, again, I don't know how this feature is going to play out. Anyways, since I pretty much built up the amount of voltage that I need,
Let's do this.
I can use the character's whole full-on, like massive voltage-based special attack. And it's going to take out these bulky enemies, so let's do it.
One last strike.
So yeah, these battles can get pretty formulaic, but yeah, because this is technically New Game Plus, it's so much easier to get through it all. So yeah, once you defeat enemies, you will also get a random item added to your stash. Okay, I think that's enough explaining for now. I believe I am just going to be doing a bunch of save scumming and just getting a whole decent amount of maybe footage of just my reactions. So this will be the reaction compilation portion of this whole thing. Let's do it! You find a small hole in a cavern wall. Could there be something on the other side? Ooh! Nice. Okay, you widen the hole by scraping the edge, allowing you to go through it. Mineral chance up 100%. This is what I meant. The multipliers are going to help out so much. And because I already have a bit of a boost, now it's up to 220%. You trip and get entangled in vines. A huge carnivorous plant bears down on you. You succeeded in defeating the carnivorous plant. It dropped some crafting materials.
I found something.
Yeah, this is full-on D&D at this point. You feel a sudden strong gust of wind. A piece of trash is flying right towards you. Oh, come on.
Real nice.
Not nice. I got... Takumi took damage from a piece of trash flying through the air. Like, how does that even happen? Like, how heavy does it have to be to inflict serious damage like that, man? Like, come on. These question mark spaces, are a little rough, and since Darumi's in the party, there is going to be a very interesting one that I am going to have to read to you. You are surrounded by a thick fog. You can barely see what's in front of you anymore. If you go on, like, a lot of these purple spaces, like, I kid you not, plants are one of the easiest multipliers to grind, because this event here is... I don't know, somehow I just get really good luck with it. As you continued your exploration, the fog cleared and the visibility improved, making it easier to find materials. Plant chance up 50%. Do I want to take a detour and grab the blue space? I'll take a detour and grab the blue space. You find a strange device in an enemy base. You might be able to use it to detect materials. Take the device apart. You connected the terminal to the base's PC and analyzed its internal information. Seems the device can detect materials. Let's go!
It's killing game time.
She will say that a lot. just be prepared for her to reference Killing Games over and over and over again. I did tell you that she is basically a meta character. Alright, Killing Game time.
Get away from me!
Oh my god,
Say when.
this special is just so broken. This special is so broken.
Strike.
Like, if you manage to play through the first 100 days, you get a freaking awesome, absolutely
Take care
awesome
of the rest.
bonus in that. You see a tree with tasty looking apples growing on it. Is there any way to pick them? Oh, I guess Hiroko could cut them down if she was in the party. I'll shake the tree. Takamaru didn't need HP recovery though. You find what looks like a pine mushroom. It just so happens you're feeling hungry. Is it okay to eat this? Yeah, if Eito wasn't a piece of crap, like I could probably ask him, and he would be able to denote by default that it's a poisonous mushroom and you just get materials out of it, but yep, he's currently caged up in the courtyard, so can't really do that right now. I'm gonna try and fry it and eat it. And yeah, it went about as well as I expected. Oh no, yeah, okay, this is the one that I was talking about. Darumi picked up a revolver from somewhere. She wants to play a game of Russian roulette. So, one of two things could happen. You can take a lesser penalty and firmly decline this, and basically nothing happens. Or you can play the gambling game and select it for every single one of your materials to get a decent boosted chance. So, I'm gonna go along with it. You pull the muzzle against Takamaru's temple and pulled the trigger. Bang! You blew Takamaru's brains out. Good God. This is why we save Scum, folks. This is why we save Scum. Okay. Oh, same event again. We're gonna try going along with it again. Oh my God! You put the muzzle against your temple and you're brimming with confidence after surviving the deadly gamble. You felt like exploring would go more smoothly from that point on. Chance of finding all materials up 30%. Yeah, and our current plant chance right now is, well, mineral chance is actually much better, 300%. Wow, okay. I'm gonna ignore both and just move. You gotta be kidding me!
All in.
I'm gonna have to censor that every single time I want to, like, show a battle, won't I? I have to censor him saying hauling every single time. Kill me now, I guess. Unalive yourself? Jeez. Darumi picked up a revolver from somewhere. She wants to play a game of Russian roulette. Now Takumi has his brains blown out. As I said, no game over. I don't think I've ever gotten this one at all, even on my previous playthrough. You found pudding! Takamaru wants to use it in a recipe. What should he make? Pudding burger? Pudding curry? Stop him! Pudding burger, why not? Instead of beef, you stuck pudding between the slices of bread and ate it. The meat sauce and ketchup on it mixed abysmally with the sweetness of the pudding. It made you feel sick. Oh my God, man. You find some rice balls in an abandoned convenience store. Ima thinks they're too plain. How will you spice them up? Smother them in ketchup and mayonnaise. Fill them with strawberries instead of plums. Okay, so just knowing Ima, he's going to do some really stupid, like, combination. Kako does this too, whenever trying to get anything from the ration maker. So I am going to say smother them in ketchup and mayonnaise. I feel like it's probably going to be the better choice. Well, it's not as if you can't eat chicken and rice without any toppings. You enjoyed it well enough. Darumi needs HP, dude. Come on. And another revolver event. Let's see what happens this time. Oh, there we go. And another one. Darumi picked up a revolver. Oh god, 2 in a row. What are the chances that, you know, I get the same, like, decent results by playing 2 consecutive games of Russian roulette? Yep, okay, she blew her brains out. Fun. And another revolver event. Ooh, boy! Let's go! Let's go. Now I gotta make sure that I save instead of load, because that has happened to me before, where I got a good little run, and then basically it just gets erased because I got so used to loading the save that stuff like that really just make me depressed. And save scumming again. It never ends when I can just, like, completely just... You found pudding. Pudding curry? You finished making the dish, an unparalleled masterpiece combining 2 of the greatest foods, curry and pudding. As many would expect, it was inedible. Good God. Okay, another offering. Oh, here we go. You tried to give an appropriate offering to the altar, and the bronze statue began to glow. You are granted some kind of spiritual protection. Lost fiery flower. Chances of finding all materials up 20%. Now you say stabby stab stab. I've been waiting for that all day, man. 2 again.
What?
Okay, we got yarn. Yeah, I am getting toward the bonus space. So with bonus spaces, it's always going to be the highest, like, rated item that you can get out of a particular pool. And the highest rated item is fixed and determined based on your location. So because we are currently on the forest board, it'll be the highest rated plant material that you can get. I'll ignore both. Oh, bro! I'm just gonna ignore both. Oh, 2 battles in a row, dude! Oh, thank God. Thank God I didn't have to do that. I'm so glad. I will gladly take the plant chance and move on. What are my multipliers sitting at now? 390% for plants. Yep, and it's still going to go up. Is it going to be a safe scumming opportunity? Yes, it's going to be a safe scumming opportunity. Darn it. Leave an offering. Lost copper ore, chances of finding all materials up 20%. Okay, perfect. Ugh. How long was that? That was a good solid 10 minutes or so. I'm not gonna lie, like, my whole relationship with disappointment is not necessarily one that is the most healthy. I think video gaming, I'm realizing right now, especially when it's just, you know, you're doing something over and over again for a very long period of time with save scumming, and the successes are just, like, not doing enough to outweigh the negative results over and over and over again. Like,
Let's do this!
I can honestly see why, like, there are some gamers who will have, like, legitimate crash outs over, like, not being able to get what they need.
Here we go!
And sometimes that just completely deflates the experience. You know, like, I don't know what it is.
How's that feel?
I didn't really think to, like, think about it like that, though. But it could very well be that when I am gaming, when I am specifically gaming for long periods of time, it just...
How's about
It's-
one of these? Fine.
could very well reinforce my relationship with disappointment that I am currently trying to break through therapy. And it,
Suffer, baby.
yeah. Perhaps I should recognize that it is okay to take breaks from this. Oh, and now for the damage frenzy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 grunts taken out from that whole tactic. So it just thins out the enemies to all the big ones. All the biggies. And some of them are a little bit easier to take out than others.
My turn.
So all I really need to do is...
Let's go.
All I really need to do at the moment is just fire, do a stabby stab. Twice in a row.
Okay, okay.
Built up enough voltage.
Get away from me. Totally wrecked.
Here we go.
To charge the special.
I've got this. One last strike.
Everything but the World Tree Leaf. Thank you. 480% in plants and 420. Nice. 420 blaze it for the minerals. Oh yeah, you have like no attacks, so you won't even be able to damage Darumi. Why don't you be all pathetic? You're gonna attack, and then die. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, bye-bye. Move the bookcase. High temperature nuclear reactor.
Might as well take it.
I mean, I guess.
What?
A leopard hide. That's fun. Guess that's one way to... Oh, no! Another save scum. I don't need any tasty looking fruit, bro. I've seen too many of them. It's not worth it. Especially when I can save scum and just not need to worry about HP because all my characters are broken and I can just take out the waves in either 1 or 2 turns. Everything but the... Okay. You see several mannequins in the display window. Their outfits look pretty stylish. Maybe you should take one. Take lazy outfit. You tried to forcibly remove the clothes from the mannequin. Instead, you caused it to topple over and crush you.
Yes!
All for some lingerie. All for some lingerie, dude. Like, was that worth it? Was that really worth it? Like, it's literally just fabric. Like, I don't know. Like, personally for me, I am not the kind of person that, really understands, the fascination behind, like, people's obsessions with, like, you know, like in old movies where, you know, you're raiding a woman's personal items from a drawer in her bedroom. Like what's the point? Like what exactly is the point? I don't get it. I don't get it. You find a strange device in an enemy base. You might be able to use it to detect materials. Perfect. Absolutely great. And another one. You find a and the mineral trance is now at 540%. With plants sitting at around 500. Ay caramba. Okay, I mean, I could just ignore it, but it's right there, so. Oh! God, my luck streak, man! Oh my goodness, that is I was playing with fire there. I was playing with fire. Attack Darumi for no damage. Pathetic. And the armor's not going to do much anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last treasure of the map, thank God. Wants to slather onigiri with ketchup and mayonnaise to begin with. I'd rather like put some shrimp or fish in it to begin with. Oh! Thank you, Darumi, and your risky behavior. So I'm probably going to have to do some save scumming again. Figuring out the secret coat.
Might as well take it.
I don't need a cool cape. I just want the... Oh, jeez. Never mind, you got that event twice in a row, and you actually managed to get it both times. Let's not think about that. Let's not think about how that's possible. Anywho, what is the bag chance? 610% for plants and 630% for minerals. Still about 2/3 away from the ceiling. Yes, okay, finally going back into the cavern. Yes. Holy moly. You find an abandoned pharmacy. Let's search inside. The shelf collapsed under... Dude! First off, how is a pharmacy even in one of these things? To begin with, we're underground! Was this mine, like, you know, infested with cave people, and so they actually managed to build a society down here? Is that what you're saying? Ima forages for some food. They all look quite unique, but he insists they're edible. Which one will you try? The red mushroom with white spots, the round red flower. I'm craving some starfish. Your body begins to glow faintly, and you feel invincible. You could probably run across the world without worrying about a single enemy. Move +2. My God. Oh my God, dude. I mean, I'll take that. I'll definitely take that. How is a pine mushroom underneath the ground? Okay. A successful Russian roulette attempt, and that took me about 3 minutes or so. 4 minutes. That works too. Oh my God, is that an 8? Jeez, this screen's small. Holy crap, the screen's small. Gimme. She says that too. I'm gonna firmly decline this. Damn it! You find a creepy suit of armor while exploring an old-fashioned mansion. A mansion's down here? Okay. Almost done with the
I got a rare one here.
The Philosopher's Stone. Okay. Bye-bye, silver... I'm gonna eliminate one of the gold ores. Okay, so... Final results. Oh mama. Yeah.
Why don't we head back?
Yeah. Oof. Oh my goodness. Yeah, items, the world map, yarn, leopard hide, sunflower seed, and coating. That is a good acquisition. That'll help me upgrade a few things once I get back. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
At ease, soldiers. It's time to hit the hay. You never know when the invaders might attack, so rest up while you still can. Well then, good night.
Good night. Good frickin' night. That's the end of our 5th day. Our next battle is getting closer and closer. At least this time we're not constantly on edge wondering when the enemy will attack. I should be able to sleep without worrying too much at least. Famous last words. Feeling more relaxed than I had in a long time, I slipped gently into a deep sleep. See you tomorrow, you wonderful weirdos. Stay classy.